y'all are. Hey. I turned 72 on a Tuesday morning. I woke up slowly and got out of bed. Had a cup of joe, walked out my front door where the boy, he saw me and he said, man, you sure must have paid your dues. And I was just wondering what I may have to lose. And if you could spare a moment of sentiment and generosity, could really dig on your wisdom and part it on me. Well, I said, man, paid my dues is right. Was a high price I would gladly have paid twice. But if you want to know the colors underneath my old skin, I don't know where to begin. It's my thought design, it's my ever-searching lines, mysteries confined. It's my thought design. I saw this little girl on my way to the store. She's looking out the backseat window of the family car door. She was watching the ice as it froze to the pane from the wind and the driving rain. And she was mesmerized watching those crystals form. Like 5 minutes before, she explored the upholstery of the car door. And I understood then that the excitement she found in the world was the reason she'd soon grow from a girl. And I wanted to see through her eyes, yeah. Wanted to see my light bright in the skies. I wanted adventure, being alive. And as I stood there, I realized it's her thought design. It's her ever-searching light. It's her mysteries confined. It's her thought design. Hey y'all gatherers, cheers. I'm not gonna lie, I've had a few whiskeys tonight. It was one of those days. It was a great day. It was a good day. I mean, it wasn't like you know, wasn't like my daughter was born kind of great day, right? But it was a good day. I mean, I woke up. It was one of those, like, the alarm clock rings, right? And it's just painful. It's so painful. It is like there is no point in life that should ever need to be this painful. That's how it felt this morning when my alarm clock went off. I was tired, man. I was tired, but it was like the kind of tired. I mean, I know you all know this because it just happens sometimes, right? But like, you know, my eyes and my brain were hurting, and then I stood up out of bed, and everything in my body hurt. Everything was stiff. I stretched and I touched my toes, and it was like the most painful thing ever. It was just painful. Those wake ups. I mean, look, I get it, right? Like, probably, like, some of y'all are in chapters of your lives where you don't have to experience that kind of pain. Hardly ever, right? But it has dawned on me that, right, like, you know, a 2-month-old and a 2-year-old. I'm 47 years old. I mean, Allie's already mentioning the third baby, right? Like, really, that kind of pain is just gonna be a part of my life, right? It's just gonna be part of the equation for the next at least 5 years, right? You know. But, right? But, here's the flip side, right? My life is full, right? It is full right now. There will be chapters in my life where it is less painful and I am less exhausted. And those chapters will also be less full in many ways, right? I'm building a family. There's exciting things going on with music that, right, could take up 24/7. There is way too many things to do in the day than there is time to do them. And everything that I do. Now, let's be honest. Okay, a lot of the things I have to do for the Adam Ezra Group, they're not fun. They're not fun. I have to have meetings with my booking agency, and we have to talk about contracts and routing strategy and all that kind of stuff, right? And it is like good puzzle kind of work, right? There is a lot of thinking these days about Adam Ezra Group as a business and trying to make money and making sure I can support my family and making sure that my bandies can live full and happy lives with the salaries they make. There's a lot of not so fun stuff, but it all centers around something that inspires me so much. So I got nothing to complain about. My point is, it ended up being a great day. I drove Willa to school. We had a super fun time at breakfast and in the car. I came back. I did a little work around the house. I did a little Adam Ezra Group work, right? It started snowing. I did a little shoveling. I took down a Christmas tree. Willa came back from school, helped get her down for a nap. I tried like hell to get Piper to drink from a bottle, and I failed miserably once again. But man, she's fucking cute right now. She's like getting cuter and cuter all the time. And she makes eye contact and she's smiling now. And she's like just on the cusp of like figuring out what these things are for. It's really cool. It was a full day. I've been cranking. Willa woke up from her nap at 4:30 and it was like already dark out, but I took her outside because it's been snowing all day. And we made a bomb snowman. Awesome snowman. That was pretty cool. Anyways, now I get to gather with you all. So But in the midst of it, right, we came back from Snowman time. This is my point. I'm coming back around to the original point. We came back from Snowman time. Allie was psyched about experimenting with some things for dinner, which meant that I was on Willa and Piper duty. And we cranked on the music loud. A lot of 80s music tonight. It was a 80s dance party tonight. And I poured myself some whiskey, and we had a good time. We had a good time. That was my point. I've had some whiskeys. Can you tell? I'm talking a lot. It's been like 40 minutes and I've only played one song. I apologize. But it's good to be with you gatherers. Tomorrow, I wake up early. I drop Will off at school, and then I bomb down to New York City for show number one. For show number one of the Light of Day Festival, where this is a festival that is dedicated to fighting Parkinson's disease. Show number one is in New York City, but there are shows in Red Bank, New Jersey, Asbury Park, New Jersey, Montclair, New Jersey. So there'll be like 6 appearances, including one. It's all we get, but we're going to make the best of it. One appearance with my bandies on Thursday, the day after tomorrow. And so I hope, they're all going to come down to Jersey for this one like little showcase. We do not get a lot of time, but I'm really excited for them to like just show up and throw punches. We're going to throw punches for our little showcase time that we have. And it's going to be a good weekend, or it's going to be a good week of doing some good and playing some music with some incredible musicians at this festival. It's super inspiring to be a part of. I am going to attempt to try out a couple things that I want to try at the festival. You all are going to be my guinea pigs. How's that? We'll start with this one. I am in the midst of a handful of songwriting circles. For those of you that don't know what that is, right? A lot of my solo performances, right? So there's one band performance, and there are 5 solo performances at this festival. And some of them are like showcases, right? Like, they push me out onto a stage, and I've got X amount of time to like do my thing, right? In the midst of like a long show where there are a lot of artists. But there are some showcases that are being done in the round, which means basically I get up onto the stage and I sit in a chair along with anywhere from like 3 to like 5 other artists. We just sit in a row and we all take turns sharing songs. It's a really cool and inspiring way to share music. And I'm really excited about it. I know a lot of the artists that are going to be down there. It's going to be super fun, right? But it's also super fascinating, right? Because when you are in the round, right, there is an artist that plays a song, and then another artist, and then another artist, and then it's your turn, right? And what I do, right, like I don't like to play with set lists, right? You all know this who have been to shows. Another way of saying that is like, I don't like to know where the conversation is going to go before the conversation happens. In other words, I'm going to be in the round and these artists are going to be playing songs, and I don't want to pick my song until I've felt what's happening, right, with the artists before me. Oftentimes, singer-songwriter circles get pretty intense. People are playing really because they can tell stories. It's really intimate. Everybody's super engaged. And that's really great. But if there have been a handful of intense songs before me, I'm hoping to play a song that I play with my bandies right now that is a little bit lighter. Because sometimes it's just nice to mix things up, right? So I haven't tried this with the harmonica before, and I also recognize that the song is a lot better with lots of bandy harmonies, but we're gonna see how it goes. Your kisses were sweeter than honey. Your touch, it was softer than snow. There's a lot we were sharing. Now I got something flaring, and I'm calling just to let you know. I was positive, I was negative for a long time. Woke with pain in my head. Felt this thing in my chest. Took me a test, now I'm positive instead. I'm a man of the countryside. There's no place I won't dare to roam. But I ain't being fictitious. The shit out there's vicious. From now on I'm just staying home. I was positive, I was negative for a long time. Woke with pain in my head. Felt this thing in my chest. Took me a test, now I'm positive instead. I love you like sunshine, my darling. I drink every toast to your health. But unless you are meaning to do some real quarantining, you can keep them sweet lips to yourself. I was positive, I was negative for a long time. I woke with the pain in my head. Felt this thing in my chest. Took me a test, now I'm positive instead. I was positive, I was negative for a long time. Woke with the pain in my head. Felt this thing in my chest. Took me a test, now I'm positive instead. Yes, I'm positive instead. Woo-hoo. All right. It's an interesting call to do that in a songwriter circle because, right, I have the opportunity to play with, I'm going to be sharing the stage with some amazing and some very accomplished artists that, quite frankly, intimidate me with their talent and their songwriting. Not in a bad way, like in an awesome, right? There are some people that feel like, the great thing about music, right, is there is room in everybody's heart for as many musicians and songs as they want, right? It never has to be a competition. And I love getting to play with musicians that blow my mind, right? There are going to be some of them at this festival for sure. I'm not sure I'm Positive is an example of my strongest writing, but sometimes it's nice just to not take yourself too seriously in the midst of it all. And I was kind of happy with the way that harmonica solo went, so there we go. All right. So I do not know what day this is happening. Robin would know what day this is happening, but they are inviting me to be a part, and I talked about this on an earlier gathering. They're inviting me as part of this festival to be a part of a Beatles tribute, right? Last year, and usually you get like maybe 2 songs that you play. Last year, my 2 songs were Blackbird and You all know Blackbird. Why can't I think of the name? Here come on Friday, moving up close. Come Together. Thank you. Come Together. Blackbird and Come Together were my two songs, and it was cool. Thank you. Some of you are helping me out. There are some artists that are part of that circle that are so good and such deep Beatles people. I am not one of those people. I mean, I have huge respect for the Beatles, and I love a lot of their songs. I love the songwriting. I am a fan, but I'm not deep like deep like some people were. You know who was one of the deepest Beatles fans I ever knew? Turtle. He and I used to talk about the Beatles a bunch. But I don't want to play the same two songs again this year. I'm probably going to play Come Together again if I can, if somebody else hasn't taken it, because that's just super fun and super different. But and I'll be sad to not play Blackbird because I've been really enjoying doing that, as many of you know who've been to shows. But I'm working on this other one. I don't think it's special. The other day I played In My Life for y'all, and I thought that went okay. I don't think I want to do that one. And I'm going to try one right now that I don't think the arrangement is as special as the other ones that I've done in the past, but I also think this will be a fun song for all the people on stage with me, because it's going to be in the round again, right? There are going to be some great Beatles fans and great singers there. It'll be nice to sing this in harmony, and it's just a sweet song that will be fun. So let's just see. And yes, I see some people asking, Let It Be. I know I play that song a lot, right? But no, I don't think so. I don't think so for this showcase. The thing, right, with Let It Be, when we play it, is all of us singing it together. And that's really special and amazing. But I don't think that my singing of the song or my arrangement on the guitar is particularly special, right? And if I'm tributing the Beatles in a official festival showcase that is supposed to tribute the Beatles, I want to do something that's maybe a little bit more special. I'm not sure that's what this is, but I really like the song, and it's a little bit more, there's a little more offbeat than some of the other stuff that I've done. And I did think about Rocky Raccoon, Elizabeth. I have thought about that. I actually listened to it, and I thought that was one of my contenders. But I ended up going with this. Riding nowhere, spending someone's hard-earned pay. Move us Sunday driving, night and driving on the way back home. We're on our way home. We're on our way home. We're going home. Sending postcards, writing letters on my wall. You and me burning matches, lifting latches on our way back home. And on our way home, and on our way home, going home. On our way home, on our way home, going home. Still needs a little bit of work, but I got a couple days to play around with it. I love that song. It always makes me happy. Every time I hear that song, it's simple and it's honest. I can just picture, Paul and John in a shitty apartment with a record contract, trying to write songs, and as I have done in the past, writing a song about trying to write a song. That's my interpretation of that tune. And it makes me happy when I hear it. So, I don't know. Thinking about it. I mean, there are some times that I do, right? There are some, like, right, when I am arranging a song for a showcase, I tend to want it to be very different than the original. And I want it to be really special. I don't think that arrangement of that song is particularly special, right? But I don't know. I kind of want to not take myself too seriously on this and just maybe play a song I enjoy and have the other artists sing along with me. So that's what I'm thinking about, at least. All right. Well, cool. I'm also going to try something else on you right now. There is a good chance at all of the showcases I'll be at in Jersey and New York that really I'll just have space for one instrument. So if I want to showcase one of the songs that I've been playing on mandolin, I got to figure out a way to play it on a guitar, right? So I've been experimenting a little bit with, I just think if there's an opportunity, right? And again, there may not be. It's all going to depend on like the flow of what the artists before me are playing, right? It's a super fascinating thing, playing in the round with other artists, right? When it's the Ezra group, right? If I am wanting to get to a certain song, right? That certain song over here, it's off your screen, you can't even see it, that song. A certain song over here, I sometimes have to start, right? If I'm playing this song and I want to get to that song, it's going to take me like one or two songs to build the story up or down to that song that I want to get to, right? And I think about that, and I think about the conversation we're all having as the night is unfolding. All of that is out of my control when I'm in the round. But sometimes there's space for, right? Sometimes it may just happen that it's coming around and oh man, this night is ready for a story song. And I was thinking that it might be cool for me to at least be able to play a song that I wrote called The Last Ride of Bobby McGee. I think that might be fun. So I have played around with it a little bit, but I haven't played the song through yet. And so you all are going to be my guinea pigs. I'm going to try this for the first time. The dawn hit wild in colors that were blazing. They broke upon a house in Presque Isle, Maine. An old man wandered out holding a bedroll. Legend tells that Bobby was his name. It'd been decades since a soul had even seen him. He held his thumb out humbly towards the sky. The trucker passed him standing waiting patiently, pulled over there and offered him a ride. And the diesel cab had felt just like a cradle. It hummed along while Bobby sang the blues. He closed his eyes and thought about a harpoon playing in a wild gypsy girl that he once knew. Live hard, live loud, do not wait, live now. La da da da, la da da da, la da da da. He fixed a fence, posted a ranch, and shit a coffee. They fed him well and let him ride old Adeline. She used to be the fastest in the county, but like Bobby now preferred to take her time. Days turned into weeks, turned into longer. Headed where each driver wanna go. Only knew the nighttime from the daytime when the sun would rest its head upon a westbound road. And the people that he met would ask him questions. Oh man, what are you doing thumbing around? His eyes would sparkle, grinning, shake his head. He'd say it's the fool who thinks he knows where he is bound. Live hard, live loud, yeah. Do not wait, live now. La da da da, la da da da, la da da da. Well, the sons of silence still do business through the clubhouse. Bobby'd run him favors way back when they said that we could take you through the Rockies, but at the junction you were on your own, my friend. He spent the next 2 days on JR's custom softail, dreaming of the 10-pound bass he caught when he was 10, and every other memory in his lifetime swirling like that Colorado wind. And he ate some but was never really hungry. Slept when he was hanging by a string. He told everyone it passed, life comes and goes so fast, and ain't our breath the most amazing joyous thing. Live hard, live loud, doing our way, live now. He found himself in Parsons, California, holding court, Pappy's at the bar. Janice took the hidden bottle out from the back. They reminisced a bit while Bobby played guitar. Late night he confessed that he was dying. This cancer seems to have the best of me, but I'd rather go out walking in the sunshine than lying inside strapped to some machine. And he woke the next day early with the sunrise, humming softly, bedroll in his hand. They say they saw him walking out towards Black Tom Canyon, and no one's ever heard from him again. Years down the road, a group of desert hikers found some bones under a twisted spiny tree, and a message carved into a bedroom. These final words of Bobby McGee: live hard, live loud, do not wait, live now. Live hard, live loud, do All right, I saw 2 comments, and both of them I think are super relevant. One, in order to play this in a chord formation that was like super comfy for me right off the bat, it ended up changing the key, and I was singing it a little bit higher. Now, I'm at the end of a day, I'm not singing out, but it was like a little stretchy for me. And I think with the storytelling, usually it's a little bit stronger in a lower register of my voice. So I appreciate, I saw somebody's comment that it should be, it could be down here maybe. This could be cool. Ironically, played higher up on the neck of the guitar, right? But lower key for the voice. The sun hit wild and colors they were blazing. They broke upon a house in Prescott, Maine. An old man wandered out holding a bedroll. Legend tells that Bobby was his name. I'm gonna play with a cutaway. It's one of my cutaways. Been decades since his soul had even seen him. Held his thumb out humbly towards the sky. Trucker passed him standing waiting patiently. Pulled over there and offered him a ride. I'm not gonna play the whole song, but like I'm just thinking it through here. The diesel cabin felt just like a cradle. Hummed along while Bobby sang the blues. Yeah. Live hard, live loud. Do now it, live now. All right, a lot of yeses. Okay, so the other question is, and it's a serious, so you guys know, right? Like, this is a version of the song that I've memorized, right? But I've already rewritten parts of this song twice. There are different lyrics to some parts of the song that I just haven't taken the time to like burn into my brain. This is the version that I've been singing, right? But there are some lyrical changes that I think make the story better. Just make it a better song, right? But one of the things I have been debating, this is a song inspired by, right, being out, obviously inspired by the song, right, Me and Bobby McGee, but it also was in part inspired by my time out in the desert, in that little cabin in Pioneer Town, which is where Bobby winds up. That's where he dies, right? He dies out in Pioneer Town. I don't call it Joshua Tree, California. I call it Parsons, California, which is a disguise because in Joshua Tree, that's where Graham Parsons died. And so I'm tributing Graham Parsons, who was a storyteller, songwriter himself, right? When I say he found himself in Parsons, California. Holding court at Pappy's at the bar. That's a bar called Pappy and Harriet's, right? A lot of people know that. Down the road from my house, it's the bar in which we filmed Switch and Whiskey. We have gathered from in Pappy and Harriet's. It's kind of a legendary place. But one of our neighbors was, she was like a 75-year-old lady. One of our ladies, our neighbors in the Gulch. She's a 75-year-old lady. And, she would come up to our cabin on horseback. I'm not kidding you, on horseback. 2 saddlebags, right? The saddlebag on the right side was full beer cans, and the saddlebag on the left side were the empties, right? Keystone Lights. Always armed. I am not kidding you. Like, her name was Janice, Janis, and she did not like anyone except that when Allie and I moved out there, we decided, okay, we've been hearing all these rumors about Janice and how rough she is. We're going to get to know this gal. We're going to go meet her. And we walked up to her house one night. And she was not happy to see us. Begrudgingly, she ended up opening her door to us. And over our time in California, she became one of our favorite people, one of our besties. When I was telling the story and Bobby wound up at the bar down the road from this gulch, I wanted our Janice to be, because, you know, her husband, who is now dead, who was an abusive bastard, used to hang out with and drink with Pappy of Pappy and Harriet's, the bar, right? Like, and that place used to be a biker bar, like a serious, dirty, nasty biker bar, right? And so I wanted the last scene of Bobby McGee to take place in that bar, and I wanted to put Janice in there, but I wonder if it's. I wonder if it's right, like Janice's name is the same as Janis Joplin's name, and I don't want that to distract from the story, right? It's very obvious, like, that I'm tributing, right, Chris Christopherson's song, but Janis's interpretation of his song, obviously, because Bobby is a dude and not a gal. And I don't want the listener to think that, like, oh, Janis Joplin makes an appearance in this story. Because to me, that's, like, a little cheesy, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I like my Janice making an appearance. So, I wonder, maybe, and I do this all the time, right? I can disguise Janice with another J name, right? I can call her Jan. I can call her Jeannie. I can call her Janie. Some people think that the evoking, I hear you, Mark, evoking Janice is great. Putting Janice into the story is great. That's interesting. Okay, my response to that, Mark. Mark says, I think evoking, if somebody is listening to this and thinks that it's Janis Joplin that I am referencing, I'm literally putting her into the story. In my opinion, I've already put her into the story in the first verse, because, right, I say, and if you go back to me and Bobby McGee, the scene is they're in this diesel cab, using their words, right? It hummed along while Bobby sang the blues, right? She pulls out her harpoon. We sang every song that driver knew, right? And so in the first scene of this story, right, Bobby is thumbing. He gets picked up by a diesel, and he's thinking about a wild gypsy girl that he once knew. In my opinion, that's the Janis reference in the song. Then putting her in literally as a character in the song, to me, that takes away from that first reference, right? I don't know. Too heady? Am I thinking too deep on this? Come on, I'm a songwriter. I'm supposed to. Some of your gears are turning out there. If they are, if you have opinions and thoughts that are too lengthy to share on the chat board, and I'm probably not going to see them all anyways, right? You are welcome to send me an email. It's always easy to email me, adam@adamezra.com, and let me know what you think. I'm hearing a lot of people saying I'm overthinking it. But, am I though? I mean, come on, right? What if this is the kind of song, right, that somebody wants to cover? What if this becomes a story, right, that people listen to for a long time? I want it to be really thoughtful from front to back. And if my wanting to tribute one of my neighbors and one of my friends ends up complicating the delivery of that story, then I should find a more creative way to do that. That's what I think. Okay. It's complicated, isn't it? God, I'm glad it's complicated. I'm glad it's complicated. The best things should be complicated. They should be complicated and they should be hard. Which is not to say that I don't look forward to things being just a little bit easier on me. There are going to be chapters in my life, hopefully, that are just a little bit easier. That will be nice. All right. Well, those were my three. Y'all were guinea pigs for three songs that I'm thinking about potentially playing at the Light of Day Festival, and I appreciate you listening to them. I'm gonna play one more song we did not hear, was not requested at the Winter Gathering. Old School. And we're gonna finish up for the night. Allie has requested for the first time since the birth of our second child that after the gathering is over, she would like to share a gin and tonic with me. That is as close to a date night as we get these days, and I'm pretty excited about that. So Allie and I are going to drink a gin and tonic after this is over. I've been warming up with whiskey. Put this up a step, which means I gotta tune again. Y'all are so patient. It's really incredible. Thank you. How did I get lost on my way to the second floor? Just put one foot up from the one that I placed before, and I forget how it feels to place my first step, 'cause I'm just watching the ones I've yet to climb and never lazy me. case remedy. It's a myth, it seems, that you get what your mind sets to, 'cause your desires and dreams will all change as you follow through. And if you're lucky, you may glimpse the fruits of your desire. And if you're not, you may only glimpse the fruits of your desires. And they're lazy, makes me hazy. And if you're wanting perfection, you'll end up just like me, right here, searching for my staircase remedy. Raise up your glasses, let us drink to the wind at our backs. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it turn when you're ready to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the main, yeah. Raise up your glasses, let us drink to these heavens above. Some say it's a glimpse of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. May we look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us, and we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses, let us drink to this time that we have. For these moments pass lightly, won't come again. May your lives all burn brightly right up to the end. May we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses, let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the word when the working is through. Let us drink one of me, let us drink one of you. Let us drink one to those who want with us. Here is to us, and only sees to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to round and good company. Here's to the future, here's to the past. Let us drink one down slow, let us drink one down fast. Let us drink one early, these 90s are late. Here's to the drink that we share. Oh, here's to the drink that we share. Cheers. Before I sign off tonight, I just want to give a special shout out to our member supporters. You all know this, or maybe some of you are first timers and you don't know this yet, but this is, right? We do this twice a week, every week. It is number 700, I don't know. It's number 700, I don't know. And it is a joy and an honor to get to do it. But it is a commitment, and it actually ends up taking some resources. We have an incredible community of member supporters, gathering series member supporters that are that have said, "Hey, we want you to be able to keep doing this. We want to help support you doing this. We want to make this a little bit easier for you. What do you need? We'll give a little bit each month." And they do. And it is amazing. There are a lot of you member supporters out there who continue to support us. Some of you give a tiny little bit each month. Thank you. Fucking awesome. Some of you give an amazing and inspiring amount each month. No words to that. No words to that. But y'all keep this train on the tracks, and I appreciate you so much. I do not know when our next gathering will be. We usually do one in the weekend, and I usually surprise you guys. This weekend, maybe I'll bring you to one of these showcases where I'm on stage in the round with a bunch of other amazing artists. That would be really cool. I mean, you'd get a lot less of me, but you've had fuck enough of me, I think, after 758 gatherings. Thank you to whoever posted that number. Maybe we'll do that. If I can't find a window to easily gather with you at a show or a showcase, then we'll find some time when I'm in my hotel room and we'll hang out. I would love that too. So we'll figure it out. We always do. Please stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. And I'll see you again soon.